All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the End Zone to End Zone podcast from Synced Up Designs. I'm Dan Twyford, and today I'm here with
Shane Gwaltney.
once again. All right. And it is fall season. All the marching bands are out. We're all doing it. All the high schools are out there. But today we're going to talk about college marching band. Let's go.
Pumped.
Yep.
A lot of entertaining groups out there.
A lot of them. Yep.
A lot of variety. I love it. And the fact that when you don't have competition, that you don't have to necessarily go compete for, some cool things can happen.
Yeah. Entertainment is at the highest, right? And the culture of the university or college, what the fan experience is expected to be. For certain schools, that's like 100 of years old traditions. Others, are really looking to evolve year by year and kind of, grab headlines each year. But yeah, it's really exciting, kind of all the different ways that people approach college band and how they entertain the fans and make that game day experience.
Yeah, and even though they're not competing for points, I do think they're competing for culture and brand and want people to come to their program and really just kind of find or let people know where they can kind of get in, where they fit in with the culture and like what they're doing with their brand. I think it's super cool.
And really, when showing up at college and being in the band is an awesome move because you're immediately you've got 200 friends right out of the gate, you're in the drum line or whatever, that's my experience.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Just really, really fun experience. So I'm stoked for all the bands that we're going to look at today and all the different programs. But today you are in the fan seat. All right, we're going to kick things off with somebody who's closer to Nashville. This is the Western Carolina University Marching Band, the Pride of the Mountains Marching Band. And they are now under the direction of Matt Henley. This is a Sudler Trophy Award-winning marching band, which is one of the highest honors a band can get. But what's special about them is they kind of bring the core-style marching band approach into things. And, as the years go on, you'll see them incorporate technology, lights, sound design, a lot of the things that you now see in DCI.
Absolutely.
But they also really nail it with some pop music for the fans and just try to give everybody a little of everything with keeping modern. So this is a little bit older clip, much love to the current band, but this was a fun clip we found online. Let's check it out. Some of you real DCI nerds may recognize that from Samurai, Otis Cavaliers.
It's effective writing, you know? It's visual. Of course, the Gangnam Style, right? Or
That's
Gangnam,
right.
whatever that was.
Yep.
Yeah.
But the LED lights on the drums,
It was definitely a first for that time, and we see a lot more groups do it now, but just the fact that when you're in college, you can kind of break the rules a little bit when there are no rules in a competitive environment.
Right.
And then if it catches on, and you get people that know the technology, then it can evolve into a competitive arena, and it's very cool.
And props to the athletic director, all these folks for thinking, how can we be different? How can we make this special? And keep the audience entertained.
Yeah. And clearly, performers are moving. They're doing stuff. They're not just standing still, parking and barking. And this is one of those schools that's we call band director factories.
That's right.
They get great experiences in the program, and they can replicate that out with the students they go to teach, and it's really good.
Yeah. Up tempo, rolling in the deep. That's fun. Love that. Yeah. All right. So you probably already see where this next one's going with one of the most recognizable marching band programs that exists countrywide, right? Worldwide. This is the Ohio State Marching Band.
Hang on. I want to make a comment here. When I'm designing for folks, I always bring up, you need to have the Ohio State band moments. And they're like, and they think for a second, like, oh yeah, well, how do we incorporate them? It's just got to be very entertaining, very obvious, very easy to read from an audience perspective, and very relatable. So they're very inspiring, I think, even on a competitive circuit, for just something to kind of reach onto to just see what's entertaining,
That's right.
Yeah, I think it's awesome.
That's why the fans call them the best damn band in the land. Yes, that is right. So this is from their pregame from either this year or last year. But this is a super famous drill maneuver that they do where they spell out Ohio, O-H-I-O, right? So if you listen to the music, this is very indicative of Big Ten style marching band. You know, my family grew up all Penn State people, so like when I first knew about college marching band, this is all I knew was this kind of stuff, you know, march vocabulary, and they do it so well.
Yeah, all the pass-throughs and the intricacies that has to happen, and like your step size better be perfect. Your intervals better be perfect. I think that's the more impressive thing about this is the chain they start.
Yep.
And they keep it consistent throughout. And
every kid has to do their job right. Well, I mean, these aren't kids at that point, but you know, every performer has to do their job.
Ain't no bench warmers in band.
Nope.
It doesn't work like that.
And it'll stick out like a sore thumb when especially for something like this that's so predictable, like the audience knows what's about to happen. You've got to execute. You got to bring it. Yep. And the drum major in the front setting the tone.
Look at that. There's 2 pass-throughs now going on.
Yep.
I want to be the bottom part of the H where I get to hold the rest of the show.
yeah,
right there on the left. They like, cool, I found my spot.
Those front 10 people, they're like, yes, I'm in the foot of the H this year.
Yes. Yeah. I think those drill dots are worth fighting over.
Sure.
At band camp.
Seniority. Seniority. Yeah. Because honestly, this band is so huge. Look at how many sousaphones are coming around the bottom of that. O right there. So like the bottom of that H there, that's not even a whole instrument section. That's just 10.
The thing I think is cool, like everybody puts their horn down as they pass through the tubas so they don't go clink, 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 clink.
Yeah, that's right. You know? Yeah.
And it's all that's coordinated in there and snappy and poppy and
it's just entertaining to watch, right? I mean, like I could watch that pass through for an hour. You know, it's like hypnotic.
It's almost like I'm watching an ant farm. You know what I'm saying? Like an anthill.
Here's the real show. The drum major leads out a sousaphone player to dot the I, one of the most famous marching band traditions.
You know that spot is fought over.
Hamming it up big time. That is an honor to be the one who dots the I. Huge, right? Sell it.
Man, apparently, look at all the cameras out there. Good Lord.
And then they all sing it. Yep. And if you're, you know, this is so different from what we watched with Western Carolina, you know, but if you're in this, you know, Ohio State fan base, this is what you want out of that game day experience, and it is part of it.
That's great.
It doesn't matter if it's, you know, march music from, you know, 80 years ago or whatever it is.
I've never really been a football, sports ball type of person, so but I've always respected and understood like kind of what marching bands do in the college, because I mean, I was in college marching band, I get it, you know. But the thing that I'm always enamored with is the tradition that meets audience entertainment. And like, of course, tradition has to change over time so you can keep bringing the new culture in and yada, yada.
Yep.
But the fact that they've been able to stick with things that like kept it like really focused to Ohio State, I think is one of the more impressive things about it.
Yeah, me too. But for Ohio State, they are a multifaceted operation. We just saw the more traditional side. Now you're about to see, now everyone probably remembers this clip. This is from back in 2013. And there are only certain moments in the history of marching bands where something that a marching band does breaks through to like Good Morning America, like everybody's grandma, grandpa knows that this moment happened. And this was one of them. I mean, anybody like non-band folk, everybody knew this.
This is the Michael Jackson.
This is the Michael Jackson medley.
Yeah, the moonwalk. Yeah, of course.
And I'm telling you, it's 12 years later right now. This still holds up entertainment value.
You know, the drill rider. I mean, come on, so cool.
Wherever they were sitting at home or the coffee shop.
And then they split here. Like, this is what I like about how they set it up, and then you can actually kind of see it happen.
I love how it elevates the moment, like step by step. Like, okay, ooh, they made him. Now they did the lean.
Oh, here it goes. Oh,
no! Let's go. And, you know, that's so cool from the same band who just did those military marches a second ago. And, you know, like tradition. And then
I think the cool part about this also is they're still marching, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like their style, right? They're Ohio State marching technique, like the big
Check
step
out the
they'll have you do.
spats. That's right. Yep. Yeah.
Of course, I know I'm not using the right terminology, so forgive me, but I'm in the fan seat. I can say it how
That's
I
right.
want. So
It's all band between us.
that's right.
Yep.
It's the appreciation that counts. You know?
That's right. So they moonwalked him. And then if I'm correct, he goes into some kind of like flying leap here.
Sure.
Just like the real MJ.
I like the
Yeah.
the nuanced glitter glove up there.
Yes.
You know what
right.
I'm saying? That
That's that extra something. Drum major's serving it up over there. Honestly, this drum major with some of the baton throws that they're serving up is insane with it. Yeah, this.
doing the splits?
Yes, yep.
Did Michael Jackson do splits?
Michael Jackson did a few splits.
Oh.
All right. So that's Ohio State. They kind of blend it. So we had Western Carolina doing a little bit more of the drum corps, plus pop tunes, bringing the technology. Ohio State, obviously doing everything that they just brought. Now we're going to go to a whole different kind of college band right now.
Love it
We're trying to
already.
take a tour of the styles out there. So this is a very prestigious university. This is somewhere that's very, very difficult to get into, to go to school. They are, world-changing research comes out of this university, but they have elected to have a student-run marching band that is almost all about fun,
Incredible.
being irreverent. Seems like something it would be a blast to be in, but it couldn't be more different than what we just watched. This is Stanford University.
Awesome. I like it already.
I don't know if that's a pineapple or a corn on the cob. I think
Doesn't
it's
matter.
a corn on the cob.
Doesn't matter. Where are they located?
California.
California. Okay.
Yep. Okay, they still got a little majorette corps. Every kind of drum on every kind of person.
So is it student ran as far as bring your own instrument too?
I couldn't tell you.
Got
If
it.
you're from Stanford and watching this,
Please comment.
Let us know in the
Yeah.
comments. Chat it up. If you were part of that cow, I think that's a cow. If you were part of that, let me know. I'm really interested in how that went. Look,
It's fun.
Look, this is fun.
Right.
You can tell they're having fun. Some of them may have pre-gamed in
Yeah,
a
for
few different
sure.
ways.
Yeah.
But they're getting down. Got a djembe on the field. That's nice.
So the hats are, I guess maybe they
the hats.
get to make their own hat too. They
That's
come in,
right.
which is cool. Decorate it.
Yep.
I would like to know if there's parameters.
I mean, there's
You know what I'm
obviously
saying?
some kind of slightly organized chaos. I don't know who runs rehearsal. I don't know who writes the drill. But this is certainly another way to do it. And this has been the style of their marching band, this irreverent, like flying in the face of everyone else who's traditional for a long time.
Yeah.
So this kind of is their tradition, which is fun.
That could be a release. You know what? They're not having to spend a lot of time doing drill.
That one kid had a fake mustache. There you go. So, yeah, then immediately flips
if you
the-
think if you're got a bunch of brainiacs, you are really want to spend my time out there learning drill dots. you
That's
know?
right.
Who knows? Maybe that's how they get their fix and do their thing and have fun, entertain the audience. And I think that's awesome.
Getting down. That's
Yeah.
right. Yep.
It's band.
Yes.
More ways to skin a cat. Right?
So then let's switch to now probably the most extreme flip we could do. Ohio State had a little bit of that military tradition in their Big Ten style. This is Texas A&M, fighting Texas Aggie Band, respect, under the director of Dr. Timothy Ray, and they are a Sudler Trophy award-winning marching band as well. Rapid shift from the last one, but
Yeah.
if you are a A&M fan, this is what you came to see. And this is a humongous marching band, over 400 members in this band. But they're about to hit you with some flashy drill here in a moment when they center on the 50.
But definitely, this is what they call the military style marching
Yes.
band,
Yep.
where they're facing the end zone, and they do they ever play to the front?
Oh, yeah. This is like in that pregame tradition, similar to Ohio State with the pass-throughs.
Sure. Again, very intricate, and you better know your step size.
Right.
Very clean.
Right.
Very clean. And again, no bench warmers and band. you're going to be able to stick it out or see them stick out pretty quick.
If you're more familiar with this program, let us know if this is something that they do this exact thing every year or not. But I just thought it was super impressive and thought it was worth showing that this is another way to do college marching band and the fan experience. This is what the people come for.
Sure,
They're really excited to see this band every year, and they obviously are.
Got the drum major split in the middle here, getting ready to lead the charge on another pass through.
Flip it to the right, flip it to the left.
Now, let's do this at 180.
Yeah, right.
And
crank it up.
see how many casualties we have.
How many snare drums is that? Can we see how many? And those look like those are snare drums were on slings there as well, which I thought that's pretty cool.
Take a look at that.
Yeah. Check out this snare drum line. Huge.
I mean, you'd have to be, right, to cut through all those winds? I mean...
And yeah, that's not tuned to high tension, those snares either. That sounds like a more traditional march style drum. Yeah, here they all come.
Woo! That's a snare line right there.
There's 3 rows of them. And they've just got the 3 big bass drums.
That is awesome.
That's a hip, and 2 cymbal players? That's a hip percussion section.
Yeah.
I like that that's different.
Yeah.
That's really cool. As we're taking our tour of different styles of marching band, we got to talk about HBCU style band because...
My favorite.
Yeah, it really is. And I hear that a lot from drum corps people where it's like, yeah, but when you sit in front of those bands, it's just a whole different experience. Just it's so fun. Like
it's meant to entertain, and that's the part that I like about it. For
right.
Sure.
Yeah.
And it can be sophisticated when it needs to be, but most importantly, it's there to entertain.
Yeah.
And I love it.
They're playing the traditional vocabulary as well, but then they're busting out things that are giving the people what they want. Mm-hmm. And that's
everything.
Second to none.
It's everything.
Yep. ESPN Band of the Year, HBCU Band of the Year, multi-time Honda Battle of the Bands winner.
Yeah, when I was down in Florida teaching, there's a couple schools in Pensacola, like high schools that did this style. It was really cool to watch. The drum lines were always killer.
Yeah.
And I think one was like Washington High School or something like that in Pensacola. Shout out. I thought the drum line was always like just one of the best in the area for sure.
Yeah.
Very strong.
Yeah, I mean, the audience is in their seats jamming right now, like just great. And the drum majors, of course I got respect for all drum majors and what their responsibilities are, but this
is athletic.
These drum majors are second to none.
Yeah.
Second to none.
I would have done one of those push-ups and said, cool, I'm cashed out. Right. I'm done. Like, get me to the sideline. I don't need to be doing no burpees while I'm trying to be a drum major.
Right. Splits. You doing the jump split? I know you are.
But when a band has that type of energy in front of them, you can't help but to not be immersed by that and replicate that.
Right.
Like you have to have drum majors that are that high energy to just force feed that energy to 200 people. Like,
yeah.
It's awesome. I love it.
One of my favorite definitions I've heard before of like general effect, the way we talk about it in marching band, is the ability to change your blood pressure. Like make your blood pressure rise, ooh, and like, you can't sit in front of an HBU. It's instant.
Yeah.
It is instant. Right here in Nashville, TSU marching band, like instant. So good. So for all of these styles of band, I think they were all super effective. I think obviously many ways to do it, and the fan base needs to get what they want out of it. But yeah, this was just a really cool fan seat chance to dig on some college band. And I think for all of these different styles, comment underneath here other bands that, kind of link up with these different styles.
Sure, or something different, or just even different than what we showed.
Sure.
There's so much stuff that's out there that, we want to shine a light on this in case if somebody wants to go to college, they're going to be able to find the type of program they want to be in. And I think that's super important because when you're going through college, you may not be a band director in the end. You may not be doing the things that you were so passionate about in high school and then maybe college, but it's still a fun way to meet people, to basically link up and meet as many people as you possibly can. So later in life, you've got a whole Rolodex of people business-wise that you can contact. And it's just a way unique experience for people to be in band, whether or not you're going to be a professional musician or an educator in the
Right.
Absolutely.
And that family aspect you get out of college marching band is just so worth it, no matter what style they do. I got to be a member of the University of Delaware Fighting Blue Hen Marching Band for 2 years. Amazing. I loved that experience, and wouldn't trade it for the world. And that's probably more in the core style marching band that I got to do a little bit. But I would, if I could go back, I'd do any of these styles. This is so fun.
Yeah,
all really fun. And
I've
you get
always
that.
wanted to write like this,
Yeah.
but like with a core style approach. You got kind of like this like thumping drum line and really cool macro beats, I guess, going on that can support. I've always wanted to think about what that integration is, because that type of percussion writing is pure effect,
Right.
all the time. And it'd be really cool to kind of see how that mixes. So I'm really anxious for the day that somebody from this world is able to get kind of a drum corps gig and kind of really push that out there. And there's people out there that are definitely talented enough to do it. They just need the opportunity, And I'm just kind of curious, waiting for that day to happen.
That's right, because there's always, no matter what's the new thing today, if enough people do it again and again and again, it becomes the old thing.
Oh,
and then
wow.
there's always going to be that drive for innovation and what's
Change,
next. And
change is inevitable.
Yep.
It's going to happen. So, college band experience when I was in high school. We, local Mount Juliet, we went to Contest of Champions, which had MTSU, which was hosting it. And I distinctly remember being in high school and seeing this band, which was kind of core style, fun style a little bit at the time. I'm not really sure kind of where they're at now. But it was very enticing for me to go, I want to go here. It was local. It felt comfortable. We had band camp at MTSU. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It was one of those things where it was like a natural selection for me, and the band was good. So it was, it could be a motivating factor for kids to go to college,
Yeah.
and just to know that there is an outlet for them there to do something. Yeah, it's great.
When
it was life changing.
When you're 18 years old, and if you're deciding you want to go to college, ask an 18-year-old what they want to do with their life, that's a harder question than which college marching band do you want to be in.
Absolutely, yeah.
I don't know if I want to admit how much I made my initial college decision based on the marching band, but
Guilty.
guilty. I definitely did. It was just, hey, these guys do the stuff I like. I want to be part of that thing. And that's why it's so important for all of you high school directors out there, if possible, take your high school to the local college, band days that they do, so that they can get that taste and get that experience.
Everything.
It's, really, really a valuable thing. And, getting drum corps to rehearse at your school, it's just exposure, right?
Yeah.
And
it really is just about exposure.
whether or not, like you mentioned, if you want to go on to college marching band so that you can learn how to be a great marching band director yourself in the future, there's great programs to set you up for that. Or if you want to perform in front of 275,000 fans, like whatever Ohio State is, probably more than that. I don't know what those stadiums are, but if you want that game day experience, you can do that, or if you want to be a
exposure and
Right.
perspective will set you free. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And the more you have of that, the more you can make better decisions for yourself and things like that. So it's good.
Yeah. Well, hey, I hope for some of you watching, this was a brand new look at some styles that you didn't even think about, or, and as we go through college football season, give that extra love to the band and, post clips on, Facebook, whatever, give these bands the credit that's due, because it's one of the most awesome traditions in the country and one of the coolest things in marching music for sure.
No doubt.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us today in the Fan Seat College Marching Band Edition. We will see you next time.
Thank you.